Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving deep into the battlefield with one of the most electric heroes in the game, Peech. She's flashy, disruptive, and when built right, she can rip apart enemy formations like they're made of paper. But here's the thing, Peech is good on her own, but when you put her in the right lineup, she becomes something else entirely. A chaos engine that shatters defenses, boosts her allies' damage, and keeps the fight under your control. So buckle up, because today we're counting down the top 5 Peech teams in Hero Wars, Alliance, and we're going deep, not just listing the heroes, but showing you exactly how each one makes Peech stronger, deadlier, and absolutely impossible to ignore. We're going to break down every synergy, every damage chain, every bit of disruption, and why these lineups turn Peech into the queen of the show. And by the end, you'll know exactly which team to build if you want to unleash her full potential. Let's get into it. First up, Julius, Kayla, Tempest, Peech, and Aiden. This is one of the most well-rounded Peech lineups out there because it covers everything she needs: protection, setup, and extra punch. Julius opens the fight with his shield, absorbing damage and sharing the safety net with the whole team. That's already huge for Peech because she's not the tankiest hero in the game. But here's the real magic: Julius's passive attack buff when shielded adds even more weight to Peech's strikes, and his weapon artifact increases all team critical hit chance. Then we've got Kayla. She's the high-speed blade in this lineup, darting in with her skills to burst enemies right when Peech softens them up with armor reduction. When Peech's Harlequin's punishment lowers the enemy's armor, Kayla's damage gets amplified massively, making the follow-up attacks absolutely brutal. Now, Tempest, this guy is a master of control. When he freezes the enemies, he's buying Peech time to work her crowd knockback magic. Every second that the enemy can't move is another second for Peech to stack her passive and set up her devastating ultimate. And then there's Aiden, the lifeline of this squad. His Phoenix's ritual and bonds of fire give the whole team health buffs and healing over time. That's not just survivability, it means Peech gets to stay in the fight longer, keep pressuring, and hit those big damage spikes. Together, this lineup turns Peech into the centerpiece of a relentless, balanced assault. Team 2, Kayla, Hoos, Polaris, Peech, and Aiden. If you want to push Peech's critical hit builds to the max, this is your team. Hoos is the key here. His energy regen keeps the pace of the fight high, and his synergy with creep chance heroes is perfect for Peech, especially if you're running her acrobat talisman. Every extra creep chance means Peech's hits have a higher chance of spiking through defenses. Polaris is the control tower here. With her freeze and stun effects, she locks down dangerous enemies so Peech can focus on tearing through them one by one. The crowd control also keeps the enemy team in disarray, making it harder for them to focus her down. And let's not forget Aurora Borealis, that will increase all team damage in 50%. Kayla, just like in the first team, thrives on Peech's armor reduction. She's your second wave of burst, making sure any target that survives Peech's opening assault doesn't last much longer. And of course, Aiden's here again because his sustain is too good to pass up. His health buffs and heals let Peech take more risks in the front line without worrying about getting instantly deleted. This lineup is all about controlled chaos, locking enemies down, critting them into oblivion, and keeping Peech alive long enough to do her job perfectly. Now for Team 3, Rufus, Julius, Peech, Folio, and Leanne. This one's a wall of disruption. Rufus is here to shut down magic-heavy teams with his magic absorption and self-resurrection. That alone gives Peech an enormous advantage against certain lineups because it removes a lot of early burst pressure from her. Julius, once again, is reinforcing Peech's survivability with shields and passive attack buffs, and this double tank setup means Peech can operate in the midline with almost no fear of being targeted early. Folio is your O disruptor here. His damage zones and knockbacks scatter enemies, making it easier for Peech to isolate targets and apply her debuffs. The disruption also messes with enemy positioning, breaking up their synergy and making their balance and stability disrupt. And then there's Lian, the ultimate punisher for reckless attackers. She enchants the enemies, making them vulnerable, and not able to move. This not only disrupts the enemy's focus but creates openings for Peech to land her biggest attacks without retaliation. This team is built for fights where you want to control the pace completely and grind the enemy down under constant pressure. Team 4, Krista, Zesha, Lars, Peech, and Aiden. Here, the setup is all about precision. Krista and Lars have one of the strongest pull and burst combos in the game. Krista lays down the ice marks, Lars pulls everyone together, and boom, the perfect grouping for Peech to hit with Theater of Pain. Zesha adds another layer by boosting magic attack for the team and cursing enemies, so they take more magic damage. While Peech is physical, this magic-heavy core forces the enemy to split their defenses, making it harder for them to counter the whole lineup effectively. Aiden once again keeps Peech alive in the chaos, letting her operate right alongside this magic combo without falling over to splash damage. This lineup is perfect when you want to blend massive magic with Peech's armor shredding and physical burst, creating a multi-threat attack that overwhelms defenses fast. And finally, Team 5, Kayla, Sebastian, Soleil, Peech, and Aiden. This one is pure physical carnage. Sebastian debuffs and boosts crit damage, making Peech's acrobat build truly lethal. Every crit she lands hits harder, and with her natural armor reduction, it's even easier to break through the enemy front line. Soleil brings protection halo to our first hero, in this case Kayla, protecting her when she's in the middle of crowd population, and not only, he's here also to make a switch debuff enemies and buff allies, pairing perfectly with Peech in fights where multiple enemies are exposed at once. And Kayla, as always, thrives on Peech's debuffs, jumping in to finish off targets that Peech has already softened up. Aiden, the ever-reliable, is here once again to keep Peech alive and pushing through the fight. This team is all about speed and brutality, hitting hard, hitting fast, and not letting the enemy recover. And there you have it, the top 5 Peech teams in Hero Wars Alliance, each one designed to make her shine brighter and hit harder. Whether it's through crit stacking, control chains, disruption walls, or multi-threato setups, these lineups take everything Peech already does well and crank it up to 11. So, Guardians, which of these teams are you going to try first? Have you found your own Peech lineup that's been crushing it for you? Drop it in the comments. I love seeing your creativity. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a single Hero Wars Alliance guide. Stay tuned, stay sharp. And as always, salute and friendship.